Have you ever had one of them days where you had everything planned out? You thought you had it all down pat. You thought, oh, I've got this. And then everything comes at you from a different direction that needs an attention right now. And then all of your plans that you had go, oh, bye-bye, bye-bye. Well, that's kind of how it happened with me today. And I managed to get some of what I wanted done, but most of what I wanted to get done? Really? Anyhow, so what am I talking about exactly? Well, I've been planning on putting together my little ebooks. In fact, it is on my agenda, on my dream, on my goals, on my everything to have some. I want to have 100 books, little mini books, done. I haven't put a date on it. Maybe that's my problem. But I haven't put a date on it. But I know I'm going to have at least 10 done by the end of this year. I do know I want to have 100. I basically want to be the queen of mini books. Okay, let's be honest. Now, what is a mini book, you might ask? According to Amazon, 79 pages or less. No, 79 pages, 79 to 100 pages. And they may or may not consider allowing it to be published at that point. So when it's a low content book, basically meaning a bunch of empty pages with lines on them maybe, or a question, and then, yeah, that's considered a low content book, and those don't have the same application as what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is actual input, actual, like, knowledge pieces, maybe story. In my particular case that I'm talking about is there's some storylines and my actual story, which I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to be just sticking with it on simple or not. Oh, it's challenging. My poor head hurts thinking about it. Anyhow, so what happened was that it did get the recycling done. Yay! Hey, at least that's a positive, right? Cycling out of here. Got it. They've already started to processing through, and I'm having to verify all of them. And so far, the ones that have gone through this time are good. But in the past, they've been missing one or two, and there's been a couple that have been more than one or two. And then they give me this flack about it, and I have to say, hey, I can't help it if you make your bags crappy. They break apart and they leave holes in them where the cans can all come out flying. Not my fault. So they go back and they double check and verify. Oh, well, you can bring them back. No, I can't. I'm not going to waste my time. If I had my own vehicle, maybe. But now I'm getting to where if I have my own vehicle, I really want to have something else to do. I don't even want to be. I mean, recycling to an extent, yes, but not like I do now. In fact, I shared with a girlfriend of mine that I made in a 21-day period about how much I made, and I was told, oh, that's great, that's great. Actually, it's crappy. It's crappy if you're talking about extra, bringing in more income. And she actually got what I was saying. She was like, isn't that how much you normally bring in? Yeah. She's like, then that's really not a. Yeah, that's my whole point. I sold some pieces, so that was cool. And that was an actual progress. What I have realized, though, is that after today, I had an adventure. Because last night it was deemed that my mom wanted to take a shower. Now, my mom has not taken a shower in quite some time. We calculated about back how far, and we're like, no. So I went through my tubs because we were getting creative and all these ideas of how are we going to do this, because the one place that's safe for her to shower is not shower safe. In other words, it doesn't work right. You know, the little things of home ownership. You got to take care of your own stuff. You can't call the maintenance people because you are the maintenance people. Anyhow, so they won't allow me to do it. So I'm like, whatever. Because I think I could fix it. But because I don't have my name on the lease, I don't have my name lease. I don't have my name on this house whatsoever. There is no lease. This is a yeah, anyhow. Basically, I think you get my point. My name isn't anywhere on the paperwork for ownership, and my uncle isn't about ready to let me have. I mean, there's times when he will. On the main bathroom, I'm allowed to. And I did. I fixed the main bathroom. I've done all of the maintenance, all the everything on the main bathroom. He will not let me touch their master bedroom, which is probably a good thing because, frankly, it's got issues. Far worse than not having a proper shower. So, moving forward, I thought, oh, I'll just straddle because I've got shower seats. My niece went and checked theirs, and I forgot that I put one of them into one of the shower seats into the shower, and I'm kind of glad she went and checked because it's the exact shower seat we needed for her, and the one that I have had to straddle, so I undid some of my storage bins. Now, long story short is as I was going through these storage bins, I was going, oh my gosh, I remember this fabric. Oh my gosh, I remember that fabric. Oh my gosh, this is where this is. Oh my gosh. I had to, okay, we've got all this taken care of. So now I've got a reminder. Oh yeah, I've got work to do. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to try and keep this short, sweet, and to the point, but I'm not promising anything because in the middle of this, I was planning on making some ramen. I make ramen differently than just straight in. Yeah, I don't do it that way. Too bland. Anyhow, so we got it fixed up. We got her taken care of, but my niece found the proper seat was in their shower. So we took that one, put it in our shower, took the one that I had out, took my whole jerry rig thing because I had two little bins set out on the floor with the shower seat crossing over. My mom, she would not have been comfortable. But the seat, it fit snug like a glove. And so she was able to use it I was like, oh, miracles. So she got that taken care of. I did finally, at the end of this night, end up getting to make my soup. Yay. Finally got the recycling turned in and got a load and a half of laundry done. I say load and a half. It would have been proper, except for I discovered, oh shoot, the dryer didn't work right. So I had to reset the dryer and then switch out the bedding so that I can get her clothes taken care of, my stuff taken care of. Anyhow, long story short, we've got it done. Not. Because I had also on my agenda to do my writings for those books. See, I mentioned those books at the very beginning. They have been on my to-do list I just went back and I realized how far back they've been on my to-do list. I'm like, oh gosh, I've gotten them started, but I haven't completed them yet. So I've got where I'm like, oops. So, yeah, they're going to be getting done this weekend. I've just determined it. They're going to get done this weekend because recycling, done. All the other stuff, done. I can make some posts, great, as long as I post the books and stuff with them. because the books also have trainings in them. So I have mentioned this in another video. I know that for a fact because somebody actually did reach out to me, and the answer is those books are actually getting put together. They're put together. I just have to type them out. Oh, and it's like, okay, so I typed this out. So time. And my niece just says, "Are you ever gonna get that suit made?" Yes, I am determined. While I get that done, I'm gonna get the dishes done. Now, this is the crap ass part of not owning your own home. My mom and my uncle would not replace the dishwasher that busted. Now, the stove is also busted. They're not going to let any of it get replaced because they want to sell this place. And they wanted to sell it for over 5 years now. You know, the truth of, I don't think they're ever going to sell it. I think that we're going to get to joy in this ever funny calamity and put it together into something spicy and new. Who knows? As of right now, though, it's been a real joy for today. I just have the gratitude of being able to deal with a mom who's got challenges and loving her through them anyway. And I have a dad who I can still say, "Hey, I'm thinking of you," even though we're not under the same roof. Now, the reason why, I'm a female version of him. We don't mean to, but every once in a while we collide. Big time. But what you see from me is what you would get from my dad. Only I'm a little more happy-go-lucky than he is. I'm yeah. Anyhow, um, he's the one actually. He's one of the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey. In fact, I need to put in a link to a book that I am co-authored in. I am a FCKING Entrepreneur Volume 3. And I start sharing my story of my, and that's one of the pieces that I want to really broaden out is my journey to encourage other women to follow their journey. So I've got only a few things in the pot simmering around. So this weekend I'm determined to set aside a few hours to just write. Yeah. I hope. Because every time I plan on it, something goes in there and says, nope. So we shall see. Let me know, have you ever experienced these days when everything that you plan goes, yeah, right? I'd really like to know.